Now, conservative leader Kemi Badenoch once again is rocking the political arena in the United Kingdom for all the wrong reasons again. Why, oh why, Kemi Badenoch, do we have to, as Africans, and particularly Nigerians, have to be putting up with this kind of representation? I have no idea. This, I believe, is totally embarrassing. It is probably even more embarrassing. It is probably totally even more, possibly wrong, even in terms of human rights. Because Nigerian officials have come to dismiss what Kemi Badenoch has recently claimed just a day or two ago. She said that Nigerians are finding it very easy to claim British citizenship in the United Kingdom, but that people arrive here from Nigeria and can easily claim citizenship within years of being here, 5 years of being here. They can get citizenship. How wrong is Kemi Badenoch? And not too long ago, she even made it harder for people to claim citizenship in the first place. So now we are seeing the real heart of Kemi Badenoch, the real root cause of her total dismissiveness and her total, her actually having to almost pick on her own people, Nigeria. She came here as an immigrant, born from Nigerian parents. She has every single right, and she is a Nigerian citizen. By virtue of that, and according to the Nigerian officials who have answered, have said that Kemi Badenoch's children, because she's Nigerian, can actually claim citizenship. That is the case. And they say that what she has actually claimed is wrong. She said that her children cannot claim citizenship because they were born in Britain, because they are British citizenship. This is totally and utterly not true. I think I'm not Nigerian, I am Ugandan. But it's not too long ago that I was actually reading about the citizenship rights of somebody that is married to a Nigerian. I was actually reading upon it not too long ago. So, like I said on this channel, I do talk about immigration matters. We talk about British politics. And I do touch on these things out of interest. I'm talking as somebody who is an immigrant here in the United Kingdom. I'm a Ugandan. I came to the UK as 15 years old, and I have been here since. My children have been born here by God's grace, and they have all rights. They're British citizens. And where I understand immigration policies may not be the same, Nigeria and Uganda may vary. I know that Nigerians, a Nigerian woman that marries a Nigerian man can't get citizenship, but I know it's the other way around for a woman that marries a non-Nigerian. That man cannot get citizenship. I know that. I'm glad that Nigerian officials have dismissed this totally and utterly. Anybody at all, even somebody that is not an immigration official, can look this up and find and read it up that actually her children can actually claim Nigerian citizenship. I'm not sure who is actually advising Kemi Badenoch. At this point, I'm totally confused as to who is really advising conservative leader Kemi Badenoch. I'm trying to understand the whole thing. Why didn't she seek the right information for those who know it best? If she isn't sure, surely she can look it up, or she can speak to officials in her country. And this is this news is totally readily available. If you ask me, commentarily, I think Kemi Badenoch, in fact, should be a real friend to Nigeria, a real friend to Nigerian officials, so that they can work together in collaboration. Now that she is in power, and has been in power for some time now in the UK government, she could actually be working towards making things better for her fellow Nigerians. But oh no, Kemi Badenoch does not fully see herself as fully Nigerian. Despite the fact that she was born here and returned to Nigeria, Kemi Badenoch seemed to be totally against anything and everything to do with Nigerians. Why wouldn't she welcome the opportunity for those who have been here legally, for those who have contributed in the United Kingdom legally for years? We have, for goodness sake, in UK here, we have some of the top gynecologists, some of the top doctors, some of the top lawyers are actually Nigerian. We, as a Ugandan, I would say that Nigerians have a totally tarnished name, and I think it is quite unfair. I'm going to speak out today as a Ugandan for Nigerians. The Nigerians that I have met here in the United Kingdom, I have met some absolutely intelligent, some very, very aspiring, very, very talented and gifted and hardworking Nigerians all over. I have met Nigerians in Uganda, and let me tell you something. Yeah, these people are very hardworking, and these people, when they put their hand on something and they want to do something, I'm telling you, they can really excel. So, for some time, Kemi Badenoch should be talking positively about Nigerians, about her own people. On the other hand, she is going and doing the total opposite. I don't know where we are heading with all these kind of comments. I don't really know what she is actually trying to portray to her own fellow politicians. As a matter of fact, if you ask me, Kemi Badenoch is actually singing from the wrong tree. She is singing and barking from the wrong tree, because all the politicians are going to do, they are just going to slam her and look at her and say, look at this, look at our fellow, conservative leader. Look at our fellow conservative. Look at our fellow politicians. She does not uphold her country at all. She does not uphold, she doesn't even know her rights. She does not even know, human rights, or she doesn't know immigration policy, for that matter, specifically to do with this specific, conversation that we are having here. I am shocked and I'm totally appalled, to be honest. I thought that she had mentioned everything in the past. I thought that she had hit me in the wrong places. But this one, I'm actually I'm actually feeling for Nigerians today. I have to say, because let me just bring in another comment that she made about special needs parents, about special needs children a while ago. And that touched me, because I am a parent to special needs child, and I totally get it and I understand it firsthand. I live it every day, and I've lived it for years. That, by virtue of an EHCP, EHCP, I beg your pardon, is an educational healthcare plan that is drawn by teachers, that is drawn by those in care for a child that has special needs, to actually see the areas where they need to be developed, where work can be done with them in school, in terms of their speech, in terms of academic, in terms of their physical care and their health care. She said by virtue of a child getting an EHCP, parents now feel entitled that they're also now getting free transport to take their children to school. How dare she? How dare she come up with such comments? She doesn't live the life of special needs parents on a daily basis. She doesn't. She doesn't know what parents and carers are going through or have been through over years just to get a child to school from A to B, from A to Z. She doesn't understand. Let me put that aside and conclude. Let me put that aside and conclude that she has pierced many. She has literally pierced many by those comments and previous comments. Kemi Badenoch, if you ever watch this video, I don't know if you will, in your very busy and full capacity, if you really care at all about the people as a politician, you need to go and apologize and correct all your words in the past. That is what I have to say. Guys, my video has taken a background of my activities, and I was cooking along, and I was just showing you my background and everything. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all, and I really hope that this video has triggered us to think about how knowledge is actually power. We really need to know our rights. We need to know, our country's policies. We need to know how to speak, when not to speak. We need wisdom. We need God's wisdom. Our politician needs God's wisdom to actually speak. They need wisdom, total wisdom from above before they actually utter anything. Because left without wisdom and left without advice, honestly, they could go wrong. I pray that all politicians will gain this and have this in their daily work. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, please do not forget to like and subscribe on this video so that my videos can be shown to